You won't find reasonable men on the tops of tall mountains. At the top of the mountain we are all snow leopards. He that is taught only by himself has a fool for a master. What kind of rat bastard psychotic would play that song right now, at this moment? It's a strange world. Some people get rich and others eat shit and die. I knew a Buddhist once, and I've hated myself ever since. A man can live on his wits and his balls for only so long. Call on God, but throw away from the rocks. You can't hoard fun. It has no shelf life. I wanted to take off all my clothes and never wear them again. The person who doesn't scatter the morning dew will not comb gray hairs. Life has become immeasurably better since I have been forced to stop taking it seriously. Sex without love is as hollow and ridiculous as love without sex. I was not proud of what I had learned, but I never doubted that it was worth knowing. If you're going to be crazy, you have to get paid for it, or else you're going to be locked up. I have a theory that the truth is never told during the 9 to 5 hours. Yesterday's weirdness is tomorrow's reason why. It was one of those fine little love stories that can make you smile in your sleep at night. For every moment of triumph, for every instance of beauty, many souls must be trampled. It was obvious that he was a man who marched through life to the rhythms of some drum I would never hear. You better take care of me, Lord. If you don't, you're gonna have me on your hands. Weird behavior is natural in smart children, like curiosity is to a kitten. I feel the same way about disco as I do about herpes. It was like falling down an elevator shaft and landing in a pool full of mermaids. Morality is temporary, wisdom is permanent. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. Faster, faster, until the thrill of speed overcomes the fear of death. I would feel real trapped in this life if I didn't know I could commit suicide at any time. Anything that gets your blood racing is probably worth doing. Pray to God, but throw away from the rocks. We were somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs began to take hold. Poor bastard. Wait till he sees the bats. On some days you get what you want, and on others, you get what you need. Turn the goddamn music up. My heart feels like an alligator. I will fight for your right to be weird just as I know you will fight for mine. Graffiti is beautiful, like a brick in the face of a cop. You took too much, man, too much, too much. I felt a tremendous distance between myself and everything real. This is the fast lane, folks, and some of us like it here. He had come so far from himself that I don't think he knew who he was anymore. And the sad notes floated out to the patio and hung in the trees like birds too tired to fly. I'm a relatively respectable citizen. Multiple felon perhaps, but certainly not dangerous. Never turn your back on fear. It should always be in front of you, like a thing that might have to be killed. No, this is not a good town for psychedelic drugs. Reality itself is too twisted. You can't miss what you never had. A word to the wise is infuriating. With the truth so dull and depressing, the only working alternative is wild bursts of madness and filigree. Buy the ticket, take the ride. I have no taste for either poverty or honest labor, so writing is the only recourse left for me. Freedom is something that dies unless it's used. All my life, my heart has sought a thing I cannot name. Remembered line from a long-forgotten poem. Good people drink good beer. We cannot expect people to have respect for law and order until we teach respect to those we have entrusted to enforce those laws. We can't stop here, this is bad country. When the going gets weird, the weird turn professional. It never got weird enough for me. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Some may never live, but the crazy never die. A man who procrastinates in his choosing will inevitably have his choice made for him by circumstance. I am a roadman for the lords of karma. I hate to advocate drugs, alcohol, violence, or insanity to anyone, but they've always worked for me. All energy flows according to the whims of the great magnet. What a fool I was to defy him. Still humping the American dream. My blood is too thick for California. I have never been able to properly explain myself in this climate. An outlaw can be defined as somebody who lives outside the law, beyond the law and not necessarily against it. Who said anything about slicing you up? I just wanted to carve a little Z on your forehead, nothing serious.